Hello everyone, I'm Mia Dominguez and welcome to the Campus Podcast, bringing McAllen ISD students helpful information for campus life. We'd like to welcome today's special guest, Ms. Rojas, MAC's lead counselor, who's joining us to talk about academic counseling and what the department offers to students. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Mia. I'm happy to be here.
So I want to ask a quick question. So what do academic counselors do?
Okay.
What is your job?
Yeah, so here at MACI, we have 5 academic counselors.
Mm-hmm.
Our main goal is to help kids graduate from high school. That's our main goal. So we meet with students about their credits, about attendance. We try to remove any barriers that maybe students have, any struggles, emotional, mentally, to help them graduate.
Mm-hmm.
And we provide emotional support as well to our students. So that's our role in a nutshell.
Okay. So for registration, how does that work? Like, what are the dates, like the process?
Yeah. So registration starts as soon as we get back from the Christmas break,
Mm-hmm.
where we get started. It's an exciting time. It's when our students get to choose their courses
Mm-hmm.
for the following or the next school year. So we start January 14th, okay, and we start with the CTE recruitment drive. That's the first step. We host it in the gym. All the CTE representations are there. All the clubs, usually the kids are there,
Mm-hmm.
kind of promoting their program so kids can know what we offer.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, the academic counselors go into the classroom. We start with 11th grade in January 27th. And then right after that, we do 10th grade and then 9th grade. So we go into the classrooms, we present on all the academic classes that we offer, and then we give them a choice card, which I brought one with me. It's usually in color.
Mm-hmm.
And it lists all the classes that we offer at MACI, so students can read, they can look through it front and back, and then they get to circle the classes that they're interested in.
Okay. So students will have like an opportunity to review like the choices, right?
Yeah.
Like from 1 to 2 weeks, right?
For sure. We give them 1 to 2 weeks, and in that process, we encourage our students to meet with their parents,
Mm-hmm.
to talk to their friends, to their teachers, to get recommendations of what class is best for them, like what level, AP, pre-AP, CP, all the wonderful activities that we have, like we have every sport, we have different foreign languages, we have fine arts, mariachi, orchestra, KMAC, pharmacy, welding. We have so many options. So we give students a period of 1 to 2 weeks, like you mentioned, to think about it, to make their decisions before turning it in. And when they turn it in, they meet with the counselor one-on-one. So you may have experienced that as a student. We sit down, we look through the options. The student has an opportunity to ask questions at that time to their counselor, and we answer any questions, and then we make a final decision.
Okay. So I have a question about dual versus AP. So what are the differences?
Yeah, that's a very common question. That's a good question. So both sets of classes, dual and AP, they're both college level classes, right? They're high level, they're high rigor. The only difference is how you get the college credit. Okay. So with AP, it's a AP curriculum, right? That comes from College Board. And at the end of the class, you take a test, okay? And you get the college credit only if you pass that exam at the end, okay? So it's banking on that one test. Versus dual enrollment, our partner is STC. So the credit is being attained by doing the classroom work throughout the semester, throughout the school year. And then that grade at the end, you get a college grade and a high school grade. So you earn the college part if you basically pass the class versus banking on one exam. So we always advise students, if you're not a good test taker, right? Maybe AP is not the way to go. But another major difference between AP and dual is where the college credit is coming from. Okay, so AP is a College Board exam, so it's nationally recognized. So if the student has plans to maybe leave Texas, right? Maybe they want to go to college in New York, in California. then the credit, the college credit, is more likely to transfer because it's a national exam. So it's recognized all over the nation. Versus dual, it's coming from STC, which is a local college here. It may not transfer outside of Texas. They're going to have to check. It's a maybe. So that's another thing to consider, whether you're choosing AP or dual, where you want to go for college in the future.
Okay. So also I have another question about endorsement tracks. Like, what are those?
So it is a requirement to graduate from high school that the students earn one endorsement. There's 5 endorsements that we offer. It's basically like, when you're in college and you have to choose a major, like what you want to study. That's kind of like what it is in high school, but we call it endorsements. So you have to choose a major in high school. The first major is business and industry. That is like it's an umbrella. Under business and industry, we have like classes like in business, marketing, finance, welding, the KMAC, agriculture. So all those fall under business and industry. The second one is public services, and that's the second major or endorsement. That one is kind of like the health science classes, the education and training, the cosmetology. The third one is STEM, for students who maybe want engineering or love math or science. The fourth one is fine arts or arts and humanities. So students who do mariachi for 4 years, that could be their endorsement. Who do orchestra, band, or 4 years of a foreign language, like Spanish 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's an endorsement. And the last endorsement is called multidisciplinary. And it's when students take 4 math, 4 English, 4 science, 4 history, which we already do in McAllen ISD. All of our students do that. So all students earn multidisciplinary automatically.
Okay. So what are the graduation requirements like?
Yeah. So one is they have to get an endorsement. They have to at least do one, but we set up our kids for success. So multidisciplinary is also an option. And then there's 26 credits or 26 classes that are required. But the state of Texas is very specific. It can't be like 26 PE credits, right? It has to be very specific credits. So it includes 4 English, 4 math, 4 science, 4 history. That's what we call a 4x4. And then it requires 2 credits of a foreign language. We offer Spanish, ASL, and French here in McAllen. It requires 1 credit of fine arts, okay, and the student chooses. 1 credit of a PE or a sport. 2 credits that are called local credits, which is transition and prep, which all of our kids take in McAllen ISD. And then 4 credits that are electives. And the 4 electives, the students can choose whatever they like. It's based on their interest, and they can explore different electives. So if you add all that up, is 26 credits.
Okay. So I remember you mentioning that you guys also do like counseling services.
Yeah.
So what is that like? Like, what specifically would you do?
Yeah. So each of our counselors, we're all trained to help students and support students with emotional needs. So sometimes students come with some sort of emotional distress. For example, maybe they lost a loved one, a grandma, a grandpa, a parent, a sibling. And so we're trained with strategies to help students cope, help students overcome obstacles and struggles. A big one is anxiety. So we're actually opening up a calm room for students. It's not open yet, and we're hoping to have it ready for January when we come back, which is going to be an area where students can go and kind of de-stress. And students can use different manipulatives that we have there. For example, like how to use a stress ball, how to breathe properly when you're maybe feeling overwhelmed or stressed. There's going to be like puzzles, coloring pages, just different things that research shows helps people self-regulate their emotions. So we're going to have that available to our students soon. And then we also have a full-time social worker here in McAllen who helps our kids a lot with emotional needs. And we have a program called FTP, which only focuses on mental health. So sometimes when students have something very traumatic that happened to them, we refer to our FTP program here in McAllen High School, and that counselor only focuses on mental health. A little bit of like more intense counseling. So we have different levels of counseling that we offer students, depending on the needs.
Okay. Well, that about wraps up today's episode.
Okay.
Thanks again to our special guest, Ms. Rojas, for joining us today and sharing some important information about graduating seniors.
Thank you.